Okay. Well, I don't recommend people having any kind of drugs, no matter it's a medical, it's a prescribed one, because I think that
Well,
plays
then
with your mind. So,
I have a little brother, and he's a criminal. I mean, I don't know what to say about him. I hardly ever hear from him. Yeah,
oh, he's a
but
criminal.
I don't know why he thinks he can get away with it. He works for this company. I forget the name of it. Bangladesh? Yeah, Bangladesh. And
Yeah.
he works for Amazon, or he says he works for Amazon, but he really doesn't. And he tricks people. A disgusting piece of shit.
So what exactly does he?
Well, last that we heard, we had our family reunion, and he was cracking jokes about tricking people in our own country into thinking that there was an order from Amazon when there really wasn't, and he was bragging about it. And I'm like, going, dude, you don't do that. How do you know that person that you tricked wasn't like on a fixed income? He goes, I don't care. Screw those Americans. I go, dude, you are an American. He goes, no, I live in Bangladesh. I said, you traitor. And my
Why does he
sister.
live? Why does he live in Bangladesh?
He's got a girlfriend that he met in San Francisco, and she's from Bangladesh. He moved
Okay.
to her country. He lives with their family.
And now he's tricking his own countrymen. That's really
Yeah.
bad to hear. So, because if he would not have been an American, it would have made some sense. But if he is an
Well,
American
no, we had an
and he's
intervention.
born here,
Our family had an intervention with them. We showed him one of his victims blew their own brains out, and I said, "You got to stop this, bro. You're hurting people." So he just disowned us. He's in Bangladesh as we speak, working for Amazon supposedly. No, I contribute to this new effort fund. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's spearheaded by an agency in the United States that was just formed. Common Americans can contribute it. What they're doing is they're targeting scammers in that area of the world, and we're going to use drones when the scammers leave their call centers. We're going to just blow their brains out. This video is sponsored by Nero, maker of fine mints and gums that lets you improve your state of mind. During my week-long subathon recently on Twitch, I was tasked with streaming for 12 plus hours per day. Throughout the day, I faced many challenges, calling scammers and baiting them for hours upon hours. As you can imagine, this day-to-day grind had an effect on both my mood and my energy. To help keep myself calm and focused on what I was doing, I took mirror mints throughout the day, and it really boosted my productivity. My favorite is the red package of mints, which are cinnamon and flavor and are packed with B vitamins, natural caffeine, and L-theanine, which is a mood booster. I found the mints more agreeable than drinking coffee, and I still use them on a daily basis. Take a look at what other people have said about this fantastic supplement. So there you have it, folks. Try Neuro Mints and Gums today by clicking on the link in the description. Go to tryneurogum.com/ModderPaul and give this product a try. I love it. It's called Justice.
so you will.
So a scammer would go in to the call center and think everything's okay.
Uh-huh.
But when they step outside, this thing
Yeah.
will zip by, and then the next thing they see is black because it's going to literally shoot a pellet of lead into the back of their spine, cutting off their nervous system. Painless but effective. Yeah, it's an effort. I don't remember who started it. There was just the citizens having enough of them, so they bundled their money together. It's just going to execute scammers. No trial, just execution. And I told my brother, I
So
said,
how
dude,
would you be?
I told my brother one day you're gonna walk
Yeah.
out. You're gonna go to the fake Amazon. You're gonna steal all the money, and then you're gonna walk outside. And the next thing you know, everything will be
Mhm.
dead. You won't even think anymore. They'll take your body. They'll probably burn it. They'll probably burn the body.
So, but doing all this in a different country would not go ahead and.
It's not an
I mean, this
official.
would
It's
just.
not. It's they're receiving criticism from the government, and the government's tried to shut them down. I've invested almost $1,000 into it. Not that I want my little brother's head lopped off, but it's a group, and they're quite powerful. They're backed by George Soros. I don't know if you've heard of him. They're saying by third quarter 2024, most of the scammers are going to be eliminated through this method. So I told my brother, I said, look, I'm taking an insurance policy out on you. I'm going to gain some money off of my brother's death.
Well, I do understand, sir, but it's really hard for somebody who's sitting in a different country and you are just flying drones over there in their airspace. That is
That's
something.
not how it works. A lot
Right.
of the members are black ops, ex black ops from the Army and the Marines. They are living in those countries and they fly the drones from within those countries. They're highly illegal.
Okay.
They're very popular. There's signs all over Utah on how you can contribute, and then
And these
they have videos
all of these
on.
people are spies that are living in different countries of America, right?
Well, so Canada's getting involved too. There's some of them are from Canada. Even Mexico is supplying soldiers. They're not like soldiers.
Oh,
These are people that are retired black ops people and they want to contribute. So this market society, they pay for their flights. They usually pair up with nationalists that already live in the US. They take them with them. They get introduced to their family, and then they're planning a big operation, I think in October. It's called Smear, I think. A lot of those scammers are going to walk outside at like 4 a.m. in the morning to have a smoke or whatever, and their life will be over like bam. And it'll be captured
that's
on
the only
video
way.
too. It'll be captured on video also.
Yeah, because the drone would be having the camera.
I'm excited. Finally, these criminals are going to get their comeuppance. Maybe the people that are trying to get into my bank will get nailed too. Can you imagine walking outside and all of a sudden
Well,
you might get a little bit of a pinprick on your neck, but it's over. Like it's painless, but gone. I mean,
yeah, you would not even know when your death is in front of you, right?
well, I when I went to donate, I said, "You're not putting these criminals under any pain, are you?" And they go, "God, no. Of course not. We're just putting an end to them." And they showed me an example. They have these dummies, it was an animation, and they said that it literally puts a very sharp shard of lead at the base of the neck, right at the spine. It immediately, you get like they might have 1 or 2 minutes of brain death, but they had doctors claim that it was painless and effective. So they assured me that no one would be in pain. I said, sign me up. I gave them $1,000.
Yeah, you're not giving them pain, you're just giving them death.
Just instant
Like,
death, instant death.
well, that's
Well,
quite scary.
there's a little more. After the body dropped, the drone is supposed to take a DNA sample because they're going to at least
Okay.
inform the family that their son or daughter had been taken out, and then it'll be put into a database. There's a ministry in India and in most countries there's a ministry where you can send DNA of people that do that type of thing. I guess in the future they might introduce some kind of what do they call that, CRISPR technology, to make it so that when women have children they won't have the genes that make people fall into that line of criminality. So it'll weed out that type of scum from the planet. So it's a two-pronged effort. We kill the ones that are there, and then we make it so that women won't give birth to future versions of them. I think it's a winning situation.
Well, that's the only way you would be getting rid of these people, right? But
Right. Well, the reason we do the DNA is to smear their family. I don't. I was kind of against that part about it. I said, "What do you mean you're going to give contact to the person's family?" I go, "Just because their son or daughter's committing the crime doesn't mean the parents." And they said, "No, we believe parents should be responsible for how they rear their children.
right.
And so what we're going to do is find out who the
So
parents
just
are, and
so sorry, sir.
they're going to publicly shame them in their own country."
I'm sorry, sir. I just need a minute here, please.
I've done this to PCH scammers, make it sound like we're about to do an insane takeout. I hope he leaves the call center looking over his shoulder now. Occurred to my brain I needed to do that. I don't know why. My imagination is kind of running wild right now, and that's why I came up with that in the fleck of an instant. I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I scared him shitless?
Staying on the line, sir. I'm so sorry about. I just got a call from the team. I was talking. Sorry about it.
The
Okay, please
malicious
go ahead,
soft
sir. What you were saying?
on what I was saying about the other thing or the malicious thing. Looks like it's finished. It says no malicious software was
Yes, sir.
detected.
It is finished. Yes. sir. So I think it's definitely a problem with the it's not something that is. Let me
Um,
just wait for the report.
I don't
So you were saying
know.
something, sir, I
Oh, about what I was talking about? If you're interested,
about the operation, yes, sir.
you can contribute it too. You can contribute.
Is there a website where I can do that, sir? Or how do I
No,
do it?
it's completely underground. I'll have to ask permission, and if I
Oh,
can hand out, if I can, it's done on a per. In other words, in order for you to be able to do it, I would have to get permission, and then they would give me a token that I can give to you. You have to sign a non-disclosure. They really wrinkle hard, and you have to swear that you will never tell the police because it's highly illegal.
well,
But
I
you know
would
about
definitely be interested about
you
it, sir.
you know how the Iranian helicopter went down. Remember that?
Yeah. The president was killed, the
That's
Iranian
one.
president.
That's one of the chapters to the organization that I'm giving money to. They were able to take out the helicopter, but what I'm focusing on is the part where we actually take out the criminals on an individual basis.
Well, there would be a trillion of those people, so how would you, I mean, how would this organization
Well, the way it
filter all
works,
of these? I mean,
the organization just doesn't arbitrarily say people working here or there are illegal. The victims of these people, when they contact law enforcement, most of the law enforcement agencies know of the organization and will forward them to the organization. So they'll only go after if a victim identifies them. They give them the reasons they called, the number they used.
right,
They then have an investigative arm that will
right.
research the phone number that was utilized. If and then they do these weekly updates on the technology they're using. They're using AI now to hunt down not just the one individual, but identify the call center, where it's located, and then they just take out the operation. That's the plan anyway. They're supposed to do something. Operation October is what they called it. They're expecting to take out over 50 to close to 60,000 individuals in India alone. But it's not just India. There's people in Pakistan, they said. There's some in the Philippines that are going to be taken
Yeah.
out also. Collectively, it's going to be in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands. But it's very humane. They won't feel pain. They're supposed to take the proceeds
No,
to help
they
for the.
would be. I definitely understand what you. How they would be. Yes, Walter, this is Bob calling you. Yes, sir,
Oh,
this
hi,
is
Bob.
Bob calling you back.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God. Thank God. Okay, let me close Notepad. So, what are we finding?
So it's still scanning, and the team is still working on your IP ad.
Hey, Bob, I just got
Go ahead.
word back from the society. They gave me permission. I just need to go down and get your security key, and then you can take part in the operation to take out the criminals if you'd like. It's pretty exciting. They're thinking of starting a campaign in June. They're going to start according to what they're saying. I didn't realize they were going to move so quick. It's a minimum of a $100 donation. That they say will take out at least 4 people. The cost for taking out a person
In
is
just 100,
well, the cost
in
for the
in $100.
well, it's $25 per hit.
So a life of a camera is just $25.
Well, they give us the breakdowns. It's
Is that
actually
what you're saying?
only well, much of that cost is for the drone operation. So I guess you could say the scammer's probably worth $3. They gave the breakdown. 18 of it goes to operations and or not 17 goes to operations and the other 3 goes to the value, I guess. I'd say the scammers are worth $3. They're trying to make it cheaper too. Now they do have programs for people who don't have money that want to still participate. They have volunteer programs that get more people involved. There's huge membership. It's like in the millions. Just Americans that are fed up with these criminals. They just want to take them out. I was scared at first because I thought, isn't this against the law? And they said
And
it is against the law, but we don't care. That's their quote
it is.
in their it says what we're doing is against the
Yeah.
law, but we don't effing care.
Right. Absolutely. So I can
But they
understand that.
and mostly that would scare me, but I said when you take them out, it is painless, and that's how I got to learn that it is painless. But you know, they're taking it a step further. They're going to literally find out who their parents are and defame them in their own country. That one, I'm like going, you're really going to do that? You're going to drag the scammer's parents into the public
So
view?
if you're killing them, sir, if the the organization is killing them, I think there is
No,
no defense. They'll already be killed.
yeah, they're going to kill the scammer, but they're gonna degrade their parents public for giving birth to the scammer.
So
I
that's
mean,
against the parents, not the scammer.
well, they're not going to hurt the parents. They're just going to make them not want to live in their country anymore. They're gonna be ashamed. Oh, they gave examples. They might do AI pictures of the parents being fed to pigs or something like that, just to make the parents feel uncomfortable.
Okay, sir.
So what's going on?
I think the issues are being fixed here.
Oh, good.
Let me just check this here.
Oh, wow. They're actually starting operations on Memorial Day. Oh, that's kind of cool. Their first hit run is going to be on Monday. They're taking out Kolkata, called Kolkata. I've never heard of that
Okay.
place. Says they're going to plan on 34,000 targets identified. We're not going to even hear about these in the news. We're only going to hear it through updates through the organization.
So, but if 34,000 people would be killed in India, they would definitely, the media of that country would definitely talk about it. It's not that you can just
No,
leave it
I guess
confidentially.
his name's Mehdi. He met with the organization and he's all for it. He donated to it. Prime Minister of India. He's
Okay.
part of the organization.
Well, I think I do appreciate that, sir, because the Prime
It's
Minister
well,
would
no,
go ahead and
the justification that the India Medi, or I don't even spell them right. The organization says that India has the largest population in the world. They're not going to miss a couple 100,000 of their own. Not that big of a loss, so it's not that big. That's why that's why the dollar value of the scammer is like basically $3. I mean, that's what it's worth. Not that big of a loss. It's a big win for victims around the world, though. That's why so many millions of people are contributing. They finally had it. The victims have had enough. They want someone to do the job. So the organization formed, backed by the leader of India, and there's also the leader of whoever his name is of Pakistan. He's in on it too. Just fuck them. Just take them out. No pain, no real loss, but a lot of gain.
But again, as we were talking about, if you would hear these kind of information in the news, yes,
No, you
I
won't.
think the media
No,
would definitely
no.
the
It's
media would
got
definitely
it's
respond to a death
not.
of 34,000 people, sir,
No, it's
by
going to
a
be
drone
black.
attack.
It's going to be blacked out. These are tiny drones. You can't even really hear them. They're built on micro technology. I mean, you can tell they're there. I've seen them. They've shown examples. They have a suitcase filled with thousands of them. Pretty high tech shit.
Well, I hope something like this happens, sir, and it gives an end to these scammers.
So what are we finding?
So I think the issues have been fixed on your computer. The team is saying that you are good to go now.
Oh,
You
okay.
can start using your computer.
Let me look.
Okay. Now, yeah, please,
Well,
please go ahead.
CMD, and I think it was NetStat. Well, how come there's still foreign connectors? Still says there's foreign connections.
So you're running the command of netstat there.
Well, that's what you ran, so I typed the same thing, and they're still there.
So what have you typed, sir? Can you tell me?
I repeated what you typed. NETSTAT.
Anything else apart from that?
I don't know how to make it do the things you did, but I saw what you typed, and I thought I'd go ahead and type it in it. This will be a video for next Wednesday. I spooked them.